hawk, falcon, owl, vulture, condor, kite, or an osprey. Those are all different kinds of raptors. Toes and feet that are tipped with long, sharp claws that we call talons. Can you guys say that word with me? Talons. So remember, bears and lions have claws, but eagles have talons. Good job. This is what they use to seize their prey, or the little animals that are their food. The second thing raptors have is a curved or hooked beak that is used to tear off chunks of meat small enough to swallow. Because think about it, boys and girls, when a red-tailed hawk catches a prairie dog, does he use a knife and fork to eat it? No. No, of course not. When a bald eagle catches a fish, does she chew her food 25 times before swallowing it? No. Do birds even have any teeth? No. No living birds have teeth. As a matter of fact, as dinosaurs evolved into birds and went from the ground to the trees and started climbing, one of the first things they got rid of were teeth. You know why? Teeth are heavy. This is my good friend Kevin, and he is bringing in a nocturnal raptor. Nocturnal means active at night. Kevin is just going to walk down the aisle, nice slow pace, so everybody can see. This is the great horned owl. You guys, these owls live right here in Denver. This is the largest and the most common owl found in the state of Colorado. Great horned owl. I know, he's so good. I'm going to try and keep it quiet. Great horned owls. Owls eat mice, right? Yes. Well, the reason the great horned owl can live in so many different places is that they eat a whole lot more than mice. They eat almost anything that moves. That's okay, he's just showing his legs. You see how he's... Alright, are you ready to meet our next bird? Okay. So this bird's a little bit more nervous, you guys. And you know what? Honestly, the birds are kind of out of practice. Being in classrooms for a year. So the reason I wanted to bring this little guy is that this is the most common hawk that we have in the Denver area right now. They're back here in the middle of April, and they are here until about the middle of September. Give just a couple minutes here to get situated in the room. And thank goodness he's starting to move. It's been a rough winter. You guys, this is a Swainson's hawk. Swainsson. Swainson's hawk. And he is a cousin of the red-tailed hawk. We have 5 different kinds of soaring hawks. So like cousins of the red-tailed that live here in Colorado. 4 are very common. The other just sort of passes through operation. Swainson's hawks' tradition is to never see snow. So, just about the time it starts getting cold, they all gather up in groups and they fly all the way down to the grasslands of Argentina. In this country, they found in the western half of the United States, besides hunting rats and mice, little rodents, they eat a ton of insects. Some farmers have 8 days. They do not stop to eat or really hunt along the journey. They only to sleep and rest in the trees. And sometimes they do a lot of their flying at night too. Pretty cool, huh? So guys, he is 8 years old. Let me tell you why we have him. Because he is a good example of why education about wildlife is so important. He came from Texas back in the spring of 2013. And he and his sister were actually stolen from the nest as babies. And that's very against the law. We'll talk about that in a little bit. They were kept illegally, so against the law in the house. And as they grew up and started growing in those big wing feathers that you saw, I guess to control them, the people cut off feathers all the way down to the skin. It's stuck. There we go. way of saying good morning, inner city school. I have been in that box long enough, I don't want to meet y'all. So guys, she is 6 years old. I will tell you why we have her. Well, let's talk about bald eagles first. Is she bald? No. Does anybody know why they are called bald eagles? Bald, B-A-L-D-E-O. Yes, go right ahead.
Because of their white feathers.
And bald is the Old English word for white or white-headed. Yes, sir. Very good. And of course, when the British first came to this country in the 1500s, they had never seen this eagle before because bald eagles are only found in North America, from Alaska down to the Rio Grande, which separates the United States from Mexico. So they named it the bald or white-headed eagle, a perfectly reasonable name at the time. I'm going to turn her around. You know what's like? I'm going to take her down here to see this. There we go. Oh, look, I even have an extra space here. I'll use the wheelchair space. This is cool. So, guys, how much do you think she weighs? So, the fully stretched out, that is 7 feet. That is very average for a Rocky Mountain or continental U.S. bald eagle. Males are going to be smaller, right? So male bald eagle is going to weigh 7, 8, maybe 9 pounds and have a 6-foot wingspan. However, in Alaska, you guys, a big female bald eagle in Alaska can weigh 15 or 16 pounds and have an 8-foot wingspan. Yeah, it is big. But she is a member of the sea eagle family, and there are 8 species, there you go, dear, of 8 species of sea eagles around the world. In Denver in the wintertime. And now they're in City Park, and they're over in Lakewood, and they're in Aurora. And they do like to hang out in bodies of water. They like Cherry Creek State Park. They like Duck Lake also to hunt. When she was about 3 months old, they dumped her at a state park, and she was starving. She was jumping up onto picnic tables at a campground and begging for fish from campers and fishermen. It's a very, very long story, but they did try releasing her every time she came back to people for food, and she was hungrier and hungrier. So we talked about her weight. The last time she was picked up, in the middle of the summer in 2015, she was down to 7¼ pounds. She was starving. So it has just been definitively proven that this big lady does not know how to hunt, and she always comes back to people. And they like stealing fish from osprey, which is the big fish hawk, or they'll steal a rabbit from a reptile hawk on the ground. They will steal and pirate food their entire lives.
Is actually vocifer, as in vociferous. So you think she's loud and talking? The African fish eagle does that, I mean, constantly. It's constantly. Sure. Yes, I think they can, and it's not really scientifically defined, but it's body language. But they don't smell it. They don't, it's not the sense of smell. Yes, ma'am. Yes. He was warm, and he likes water. Like it's been rainy, the last few days. He will come out in the rain. He can go into a shelter if he wants to, but he likes the rain. I mean, she's sitting here nicely out, and sometimes this right foot comes all the way up to my elbow. So I need just a heavier, longer glove. This folder.